Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we've got Green River Distilling. Now, Green River was started in 1885. However, they are a revived brand of yesteryear. Let's get it.
Bottle drop, bottle drop, bottle drop.
Before we get started, let's hit that like button. Let's hit that subscribe button. Let's drop a few comments. Help me out in the algorithm. Push me over to 1,300, hopefully, subscribers. I am a couple away, so I would really appreciate it. Anyway, Green River, this company has been around since 1885. They were bought and sold many times throughout the years. In 2014, they were purchased by the Terrasentia Corporation. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, they started renovating, and then around 2016, they were able to start laying down their own barrels. So I really want to get into this thing because they are not sourcing. This is all their distillate. They wanted to get into the game. I don't want to say that that's the correct way, so I don't want to, be looking down on anyone else who starts out sourcing, because honestly, that is the cheaper way to get into the business. But Green River is doing it from the ground up, and I salute that. I really respect that. This distillate right here does not carry an age statement. It does say straight bourbon whiskey, and since it doesn't have an age statement on it, you know that it is at least 4 years old. Now, I've said this before, if it says straight bourbon whiskey, you know it's at least 2 years old, but if it is under 4 years old, it has to carry an age statement. However, this Green River does not carry any sort of age statement. It comes in at 90 proof. It is 70% corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley. Let's get into the nose. I get like nuts, a little bit of oak. You get a nice brown sugar. There's a nice like light vanilla and a creamy, like a light creamy vanilla with brown sugar. And it does have some nuttiness on the nose, and it's not like I wouldn't say it's like that sunflower seed nuttiness that I normally get. It's kind of in between like a peanut, maybe a pecan. And there's almost a light berry. It's almost a light berry in there too. Let's get into the palate. It actually drinks above its proof. I would say that this drinks above its proof at 90 proof. That is not my first drink of the day, and it did kick me in the nose just a little bit. I'm not getting any burning going down. Let's go back into the palate one more time. All right, on the second sip, it calmed down. It is still very enjoyable. There is a light char across the back. I didn't get any of those like berry notes transfer over to the palate. I did get a nice lemon. Some of that creamy vanilla that I was talking about, that did transfer over. It does have a pretty decent mouthfeel. At 90 proof, it has a better mouthfeel than I was expecting. Let's go back into the nose one more time. Yeah, see, this time around, I don't get the nuttiness that I was picking up in the beginning. I do get more of that berry note. There's a light tea note the deeper I get in the glass. And more oak starts to come out. We'll go into the palate one more time before we get into the breakdown. Yeah, that's really good. It's almost turned into like a white table sugar, not a light table, like a white table sugar. Almost like a sweet tea. That's what I'm picking up on the palate now. Almost like this sweet tea note. You know how sometimes in sweet tea you can get like that sugar comes across, but there's like this watery tea that just kind of follows it. I mean, it is brewed with water, so it's sweet tea, but you get what I'm trying to say. So let's get into the breakdown of this thing. This is $37.99, so this is an everyday shelfer. That's why it's on shelf life. Is it on my shelf? No. I mean, they are a pretty young company, around 9 years old, so maybe they just don't have the distribution. This is not in my market yet, but this is designed to be an everyday shelfer. It is $37.99. It is great. I love the bottle. I love the flavors coming out of the bottle. I love the horseshoe design on the bottom of the bottle. Once again, it is 90 proof, so I think it is very approachable. Let's get into the breakdown. And the first thing in the breakdown is love it like a elite. That was a mouthful. The first thing in the breakdown is love it, like it, or leave it. And I will say that I like it. I like it a lot. If I walk into a store and they have this, I will pick up a bottle. I am not necessarily going to chase it. It is very good. It is very enjoyable. If I don't have any on my shelf, do I want to spend $37.99 to get another bottle? Yes, I would. Is it over retail? If you come across this in your market and they have it jacked up, I don't think I would pay more than $5 to $10 over retail. At $37.99, that is a very decent price. That's actually a very good price in today's market. I would say $37.99 is priced. It is priced appropriately at $37.99, and I think that is a good price. Going up to $47.99 might be a stretch when you've got other things out there, such as Michter's, that come in at a little lower proof that I think might be just a touch more rounded than this. And that is the Michter's American Whiskey in the Sour Mash. I think that the bourbon is a little proofier than this. I can't remember. I'd have to go and take a look at it. But like I said, $47.99, that might be a bit of a stretch. Would I give it to a new bourbon drinker? I would definitely give this to a new bourbon drinker. I mean, it does come across as pretty well rounded. I won't say that all of the rough edges are, smooth out on the thing just yet. That alcohol punch was not in the nose. It did when I went into the nose of it, it did not hit me. But when I put it on the palate, that's when it kicked me in the nose. So it does have a little bit of ethanol behind it. So I would tell a new bourbon drinker to, just watch it a little bit. We as experienced bourbon drinkers, 90 proof to us isn't that bad. This thing does drink slightly above its proof. Will it always be on the bar? I've kind of already went over that. I do like it. I like it enough that if I walk into a store and they have it and I don't have any, I would probably pick up a bottle. Now, if there's something else that just came out, maybe a new release or something that I haven't had in a while, I might go and pick that up before I pick this up. But I still would pick this up if it wasn't on the bar. So with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you're headed to a drop. Till next time.